Hi, Avi. Hi, Yuvi. Nice to see all three of us together. It's been a while.
Hi, Sid.
I
Hi,
still am
Yubi.
on the
Yeah. All right. I'll start with you, Avi. Since you were itching to give your thoughts on the current fifth test between England and India, I'll give you the score so far: 224 all out. Starting with England, then with India, then England made 247, then India made 396, and the current score is 190 for three. So, what's your thoughts, Avi, at the moment?
So my thoughts currently, looking at the scorecard, I think if India don't get one of these players out, they're in big trouble here. Because I
I
think the way
agree.
Brook is playing, he's really taking the game away from India at the moment with the way he's playing. Look, I think both teams underperformed with the bat in the first innings, but I think India performed a lot better in that second innings. But guys, I think the biggest problem with India at the moment is Prasidh Krishna. I think he's a bit too expensive in this match. Yeah, I
I
mean
agree.
he's gone for like 90 runs already in this second innings. So look, Siraj has been lion-hearted with the way he's bowled, and I mean throughout the series as well. I mean he's not got a break. He's not got that same treatment that Bumrah has been given. You know, with regards to managing the workload. He's bowled lion-hearted from the first test right upwards to the fifth. He hasn't had a break. So to me, he's been the best bowler of the series for India. Krishna's selection is a bit of I don't know. It's a bit of a strange one, hey, because he's been expensive the series and he's showing it today. And if India end up losing this test match, they'll probably look at Krishna's figures as the reason why they're losing this test match, because I think 370 odd is still enough to defend it, but I guess you got to have the right bowlers to defend. And what's been surprising as well from Gill, he hasn't really used the spinners, Jadeja and Washington's yet. So there needs to be a bit of variety, because I think England are getting too used to these pace bowlers coming in. So I'm not sure what's happening. I think Gill looks a bit puzzled at the moment.
Yuvi?
For first time in a long time, I'm going to have to completely disagree with Avish. I think Prasidh Krishna is a far better bowler than Mohammad Siraj on any day. Prasidh Krishna's selection on this match is one simple. He's the only bowler there with any bloody pace. It's that simple. And this wicket needed a bowler with pace. Mohammad Siraj has been carried through the series. Yes, he's bowled well in patches, but mostly he's been useless. And so what it came down to is a really bad team selected to go to England. It's that simple. And well, as far as bowling attack's concerned, anyway, the batting's been exceptional, no doubt. But as far as bowling is concerned, a really bad squad selected to go to England. Prasidh Krishna and Mohammad Siraj are not in the top 10 bowlers, in my opinion, in India right now. Simple as that.
Wow.
So I would say they made some bad decisions, and it comes down, in my opinion, to one thing. I don't think Gill is getting his say when it comes to selection of the teams. I think the selection is being held by people like most influence from the team itself, I think, comes from Gambhir. That's what I believe. And I actually believe that I'm going to come back to it, and you can laugh at me if you want. I think Ajit Agarkar is probably the worst chairman of selectors India's ever had. Simple as that. And
I agree with
it basically, I like the bowling attack of this Indian team in this match for one reason. They scored more runs than a bloody top order. So, yeah, they were useful in batting. And look, I get what Avish is saying. He's made some good points. I just don't think, Siraj was good. Okay, let's face it. The first innings, Prasidh got as many wickets as him at a much lower rate of economy. So, with all due respect, he's having a bad second innings, yes, but who isn't? None of them are having any penetration. None of them are having any penetration. So, the wickets evened out. It started out as a good bowling wicket, but it's much better for batting, right? So, once again, Avish was right. The first two innings, really bad. But it's because the wicket was difficult to play.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And I just want to add something there, guys. I just want to add something. Yeah, fair enough. The wicket has gotten a lot flatter. But I think when the wicket is flatter, I think the most important thing for a bowler is control. So if you're not getting wickets, just try and bowl in those channels, make it difficult for England to score. I think at the moment England are just having it too easy. They just kind of hitting a boundary and over, which I don't think is doing India any favors. But yeah, I'll give you that point there, UV. I think Prasid, he did bowl really well in that first innings. He was one of the better bowlers along with Siraj. But I just think Siraj playing 5 test matches throughout, and I mean he's always gone in there and run in with energy. I think he's probably been the best bowler for India in the series. Getting back to the selection of the team, yeah, probably Gill being a young captain, he hasn't had a lot of the say in terms of the captain selection of the team. But I think as a batsman, he's probably come of age in the series. He's come of age as a batter. So this is a series that he's going to look back on and say, you know what, this is the series that actually made me into a world-class batter. But in terms of the captaincy, say again.
There's one other thing I'd like to add. It's
sure.
The spinners. I think it's been necessary, unfortunately. First coming back to what Avish just said, the fact that Prasid's been expensive and the rest of them have had control, yes, but it's getting them nothing. It's not getting them wickets. All the control in the world is not going to get you wickets. Pace is going to get you wickets on these sort of pitches. So, you could have a lot of control and England could just bet out the rest of the match. I'd rather have a bowler going for a few runs, but at extra pace getting the wickets. Honestly.
Interesting.
What they're missing here with the spin, ideally, one of the 2 spin bowling all-rounders should be out and Kuldeep Yadav should be in that team. He would be turning that ball square and getting us wickets.
I'm going to have to agree with you there, UV, because it's puzzling for me that Kuldeep hasn't even got a game as yet.
Yeah.
I thought this would be the test match that Kuldeep would have got a game, because even if you drop maybe a Washington or a Jadeja, as you just said, UV, India's problem is not the batting, it's the bowling. The bowling has let them down in the series. So I just think Gambhir and Ajit Agarkar was probably the worst selection convener of selectors that India have had. They haven't thought out of the box. I think Ashdeep, very surprising that he hasn't really got a game. And Kuldeep, you know what, guys, just try something different, because I think England have gotten too used to this bowling attack now. They know what to expect from this bowling attack. They go out and they play attacking against this bowling attack. I think you got to hit them with a surprise. You got to hit them with a surprise element. And I think Ashdeep and Kuldeep was a surprise element for India, and could have been in this test match. So I think they could have picked their best team, because it's all or nothing this test match to save the series. So it was surprising for me that Ashdeep wasn't selected.
You've actually done something. England struggle against left-arm seamers. They don't play left-arm seam well.
Absolutely.
So that is why I would have used that.
I remember Marco Jansen giving them so much of problems, UV, when SA went to England a few years ago.
Exactly.
So Marco Jansen. Yeah,
look, he's not the quickest, but he's in the early to mid 140s, so he's okay. He's not too bad. Yeah.
What about Stark? Stark always gives England problems. So I think India missed a trick here, UV.
They missed a few, bro. They missed a few.
Yeah.
India's been missing tricks ever since Gautam Gambhir became the coach, but that's a bit of a controversial one.
No, since Ajit Agarkar became chairman of selectors.
Oh yeah, well that too. Oh, but we have a question for you, because remember, me and you were debating Arshdeep last week, but then you were like refuting it. But now you finally saying.
I don't like the idea of Arshdeep in tests for one simple reason. This is where I see the points that Avish makes. Control is important in certain scenarios. I get that, and Arshdeep will give you that. loads. He will give you that in loads. He swings the ball as well. Problem with Arshdeep is much lower tally of wicket-taking balls. Much lower tally of wicket-taking balls. That's the problem with Arshdeep.
Yeah, but he would have been very good on this pitch, though. Yeah, but he would have been very good on this pitch, though. Don't you agree, Avi?
And especially against this team, I think that's the part I wasn't taking into account. Against this England team, you would have used. Yeah, that's the part I wasn't taking into account.
Okay.
No, absolutely. So totally agree with you, and even Kuldeep as well. I think Kuldeep has really given England a lot of headaches in the past as well, and I think he would have done again. So they must have tricked. They must have tricked. And I mean, again, guys, why would you pick Washington and Jadeja if you're not going to bowl them in the fourth innings? I mean, fair enough, they've contributed with the bat. They've been amazing with the bat in the series, but I think their primary function in this team is with the ball. They're bowling all rounders, so why not play? I mean, why not give them a few spells?
They have a problem.
They have a role in this team. You know.
No, they need to bat deep. If they don't bat to number 7 or 8, they look jittery because the number 3 slot is weak. The number 3 slot's weak. That's the problem.
Okay. With Sai Sudarshan.
And even if they replace him with Nair at 3 is not good. Nair at 3 is not good.
Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I think Nair is probably on his way out. I mean, age is not really helping him as well. He's on the wrong side of 30. Yeah. So I think India should start looking for younger batters in the top order, guys.
He's not my favorite player in the world, but I would bring in Ishan Kishan. He's not my favorite player in the world. Actually, most of the time I can't stand him, but I would bring him in at 3.
Okay, makes sense. All right. Before we get to the next segment, do you think India's going to finally equal the series, or do you think England's going to rub salt in the wound and win at 3-1? Starting with you, Yuvi.
I don't see it. I'd love to say yes. I would love to say yes. I would love Gill to leave England in his first series on at least even footing. But I don't see it happening.
So 3-1 to England then?
It seems like it, yeah. It seems. No, not 3-1. I believe, what are they? They're 2-1 ahead right now. I believe a draw is more like. I believe it's more likely a draw. Yeah.
Draw? But there's still day 5 tomorrow. England could
we on day 4. Yeah. Okay, that was it. 3-1. Yeah, 3-1.
Avi?
Sure. That sucks. That really sucks.
Can you tell me what's the latest score at the moment?
2 or 3 for 3.
Yeah, they're gonna win it.
Yeah, I think with UV at the moment, I think momentum is with England, guys. It's gonna take something special to get rid of this pair because they seem to be bossing this game in the moment. So 3-1.
Maybe Siraj gets it and they somehow can bring Arshdeep in for him as a substitute or something.
You know what's You know what's the funny thing, guys? This 3-1 scoreline is going to flatter England because I think India have been the better side in this test series.
It's been a much closer series. It's been a much closer series.
It's been much closer than people would have thought. It's been much closer.
But then, to be brutally honest, I think India, in a way, have got what they deserved because they were not ruthless enough. They dropped catches in the first test. They had opportunities in the third test. And then, yeah, that's what I think. What do you think, Avi?
The catches being dropped, most definitely you have a point there. But they made up for it in other ways. I mean, look at the batting. The batting's been... How do you score the kind of runs India have scored and lose a series? How the hell is that possible?
Good question. That is a good question. I could say that...
I also think the performance at Lord's when they were chasing 190, India will look back at that performance and say that was a game we could have won.
They should have won.
Agreed.
They should have won. Yeah, they should have won.
Okay, Yuvi, I'll start with you. What's your current thought on the current Pakistan and West Indies T20 series, which is leveled at 1-1 at the moment? Because I think Pakistan could have been 2-0 up at the moment, but then I think they choked that second game.
West Indies choked in the first one. So it's a series of chokes, isn't it? So, yeah. Both teams, very talented, incredibly talented. Both very commonly performing under par. And the West Indies make some really well. I think they're second to India in making the worst decisions in selection, aren't they? So honestly, it's kind of expected, I guess. It's anyone's guess who plays worse and loses the series.
Avi?
Yeah, I think I agree with you. It's kind of expected. I mean, these are two unpredictable teams, two inconsistent teams as well. Very inconsistent. And I think
100%.
Windies, they will be happy that they managed to get a win after so long, because I think that their Australia series was pretty disastrous for them, guys. Let's be honest. And I don't want to go into detail about that because there's not much to talk about. There really isn't much to talk about that Australia series with the tests and the ODIs. It was pretty disappointing stuff.
Yeah,
steamrolled. Yeah. That's the that's the word I should be using. They were steamrolled. So it was a good win last time, and I think Jason Holder. And I'm just scratching my head last time. I'm just thinking to myself. I mean, where was Jason Holder in the test team? Because he's still a handy cricketer. I mean, 4 for 16 in his allotted 4 overs, and he made 16 of 10. So, I mean, this is a guy with all-round talents. I mean, where was he in that test series against Australia? He could have made such a difference. So, I mean, West Indies are their own worst enemy at times, but I think it was good. It was good to see them win. And there's a bit of momentum going into that third T20. But it's anyone's guess as who's going to win the series.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Okay, let's move to the next segment, guys. I'll start with you. Sorry?
Can I just touch on something? I like what Avish said about Jason Holder. Jason Holder is an amazing cricketer. When he was captain of the West Indies for that little period, I thought that's when he shone brightest. And I would have loved to have seen him take it on from there. But once again, politics interfered in West Indian cricket.
I agree with that. All right, Ruby, I'll get your thoughts now on the T20 series that will happen between Australia and South Africa, which is on the 10th of August. They're playing the best of 3 T20s. Who do you think is going to win that, Ruby, between Australia and South Africa?
T20. How many matches?
They're playing the best of 3.
South Africa could do that. South Africa could do that, yeah.
Okay.
If they're smart, about breakfast, they can do it. Yeah.
David Brevis is in the T20 squad, actually, so, yeah.
Yay! North Africa is going to win that, yeah.
Okay. All right, Avi?
I think if they have a chance, look, Australia are playing some great T20 cricket at the moment. I mean, look at what they did to the Windies. I mean, they've got the firepower, guys. I mean, Tim David, Big Tim, Mitch Owens. I mean, they've got firepower. Cameron Green is coming into his game as well. But I think the one thing that would give SA a bit of hope is the conditions. I think the conditions will be pretty similar to home conditions. So in that sense, it's going to be an evenly matched series, definitely.
Of course.
I was disappointed that SA lost that final to New Zealand, because I think that could have given them a bit of confidence going into this game, and that was a game that they could have and should have won. So let's be honest.
That was a choke, man. Sorry to say.
Yeah, man. Hey, I mean, wow. 7 of the last over. I mean, geez. But
unforgivable, man.
I'd like to say SA is going to win.
Of course.
But I'm like moving towards Australia in a way, 2-1 to Australia. But I'd be happy to be proven wrong, guys. I'd be happy to be proven wrong. I think Australia are slight favorites, 2-1.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go the patriotic route and say South Africa 2-1.
No problem. I'll make sure.
This is the one time. This is the one time I hope I'm wrong.
Pardon?
Yeah.
I'll make sure Brevis watches this, then he can prove Avish wrong.
Please, Brevis, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. I took out a selfie with you. Prove me wrong, Brevis. Prove me wrong.
Okay. All right. Let me get your quick thoughts, UV, on New Zealand's predictable 9-wicket win over Zimbabwe. What are your thoughts on that, UV?
9 how many?
9-wicket win over Zimbabwe. What are your thoughts?
I'm like, they won 9 matches? Okay. 9 wickets, okay. Yeah. Honestly, that's what they should be doing, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it was actually in the
I mean,
first test, actually.
if you don't rub Zimbabwe in the dirt, are you really playing to potential?
That's true, actually. I look at it more as a charity exercise because Shane, Zimbabwe do need the cricket, so you know how it is. What do you think, Avi?
Yeah, total mismatch. Total mismatch. I think Matt Henry or probably sealed the game in the first innings with that 6 for. But I think if I look at the wickets, it was a lot more spicier than what we got in the SA series.
Okay.
So I don't know if Zimbabwe kind of fell in that trap because they've got these seamers that they wanted a kind of a spicy pitch, but they need to work on their batting, man. Seriously, they need to work on their batting going forward. I think their bowling. If I look at their bowling, so there is some promise with their bowling because they managed to bowl New Zealand out for 307. But if they could stay in the game with their batting, and I mean, even like get to 200, 220, 230, they would have been in the game, well in the game. So, yeah, that was a disappointing thing. But look, this is really important for Zimbabwe's future in the game, that they need to play these top quality opposition and test themselves. But I also think they need to be more towards to Zimbabwe from other nations like the likes of India, the likes of Australia. They need to go and play test series there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I think India need to play when India need to play their bowling attack into form, they can do a Zimbabwe.
You know, they're playing a second test on Thursday on the 7th of August, so let's just call it out straight. It'll be another New Zealand win, but good for Zimbabwean cricket development. That's all what I'll say about that.
Absolutely. I mean, when last has Zimbabwe played this top quality opposition?
It's been a long time, man.
Been a long time, yeah.
All right, let's get to Yuvi's request. He's been wanting to go through the schedule for the test schedule. Let's do it quickly. Australia, they're going to be playing England, New Zealand, and Bangladesh at home. And then away, they have West Indies, South Africa, and India. Well, they've already demolished West Indies 3-0, so they're already on their way. So if you look at Australia's schedule here in total, I still think they're going to make the Test Championship final. What do you think, Yuvi? Starting with you.
It's going to be hard, but isn't that what Australia do? They do the impossible. So
that's true.
Don't write them off. I like the look of this. I think a lot depends on the Ashes. If they cream England in the Ashes, which I'm expecting will happen, then they're on track. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, I agree with that. Avi?
So what is Australia's schedule, sir?
Okay,
the Ashes?
You see, they have England at home. They also got New Zealand at home for 4 test matches. They got Bangladesh for 2 test matches. Away, they've already done that against West Indies, where 2 they beat 3-0. Then they got South Africa 3 test matches away, and then they got India 5 test matches away.
Okay, so I look, judging by that schedule, I don't think they're going to have a lot of problems at home, especially against New Zealand. They always beat New Zealand, so I'm looking at that one, maybe 3 or 4-0. Seriously, I don't see New Zealand having much of a chance in Australia. The one that interests me is the Ashes, because I think the Ashes is going to be a lot closer this year, guys. I could see Australia winning it, but I think Australia might win it 3-2. They might drop 2 tests. Yeah,
not 5, not 4-0.
Yeah, I think Australia will win the Ashes because I think their bowling attack at home is pretty strong. So they should win that, and then they should beat Bangladesh quite easily.
Yeah.
The away series, that becomes interesting now.
Yeah.
So they got SA.
Yeah.
So there's my prediction, guys. I'm going for SA there. 2-1.
2-1.
I think SA going to win that series.
Okay.
And then the India one, I'm also going to go India 4-1 there. I think India going to win quite comfortable in India.
I would love to. Sorry.
I would go 4-1 for India. In India.
In India.
Okay.
Yeah, they should do that.
Definitely, because I think Australia always struggle in India. It's not something that's happened recently. They historically struggle in India. Yeah.
And hopefully by that time, Adil Agarkar is sacked as chairman of selectors.
I'm sure he will. Yuvi. I'm sure he'll be gone.
But I have a theory. But it could happen that if England win 3-1, Gautam Gambhir could also get sacked, and then Ajit Gautam gets sacked, and you could see some hope in India beating Australia. Otherwise, if these two still be in power, I won't be surprised if Australia win that series or India just squeak the series. But I'm not very comfortable.
To be honest with you, I don't think you judge Gambhir on this series alone. I don't think you judge him on this series alone.
Okay.
I think you judge him on the home series, sir. I think the home series are pretty important.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I don't think you can solely judge him on this series because this is one of the tougher series for him.
Of course. Yeah, but imagine you lost to New Zealand to 3-0, sis, man. As well, Australia, you can't write him off.
But what I want to say, what actually saved him was him winning the Champions Trophy. And remember that New Zealand series was in a different cycle. So this is a new cycle.
Yeah, I guess.
I think India would be crazy to sack him after this, even if they lose the series. That'd be crazy.
I guess. All right, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay. So, but Avish, do you think Australia will make the Test Championship final?
It depends on results. It depends on other results, Sid, because I think SA have a chance as well. I really do. Right, although people might say that the schedule is a bit tough for them, but I do think they have a chance. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go to Bangladesh quickly because this will be very easy to call it out. Bangladesh have Pakistan, West Indies, England at home, and then they got Sri Lanka, South Africa, Australia away. So let's just call it out. No way in hell Bangladesh is making the Test Championship final.
Not unless there's a serious meltdown in most of those teams' selection panels. Yeah, no.
Avi?
You know what's the funny thing? I think they'd fancy their chances against Pakistan and West Indies, Not so much England, but I think they'd fancy their chance against Pakistan and West Indies because those teams are not playing good cricket themselves. So, I mean, remember Bangladesh beat Pakistan away. Was it last year? So they should be more than happy with their chances of beating Pakistan at home. And then West Indies, I mean, you never know what West Indies are going to pitch up because they did win a Test series some years back in Bangladesh, but I think this time Bangladesh can beat them because I don't think West Indies cricket is in a good place at the moment, especially their Test team.
Okay, so but you can. Sorry.
I think it's also which Bangladesh turns up because they're highly inconsistent as well.
Yeah. But then but can we all three concur that they're not making the Test Championship final, though, Bangladesh?
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
Okay, it might be suicide, but I'm going to go against the grain. Yes, Bangladesh will make Test Championship finals.
Okay. Right,
you'll be a very rich man, Yuvi. You'll be a very rich man.
No. Okay, let's go to England now. England played already 5 Test matches against India. Well, this is the 5th Test match. New Zealand at home, 3 Test matches. Pakistan, 3 Test matches at home. Away, they have Australia, 5 Test matches. South Africa, 3 Test matches. Bangladesh away, 2 Test matches. England, I'm going to say no again, but it wouldn't surprise me if they could make it. Starting with you, Avi. Do you think England have a chance to make the Test Championship final, Avi?
Yeah, absolutely. I do.
Okay.
I think the current schedule actually kind of helps them because I think the toughest series for them at the moment is the Ashes, and if they can be competitive, so then I'm saying if they can lose 3-2 maybe, they in with a chance because I honestly think they can whitewash New Zealand and Pakistan at home.
Yeah,
and then they've got Bangladesh away. I think they can win that series quite easily as well. So.
Okay.
England are a real threat, Sid. I never thought I'd say this, but they're a real threat for this WTC final.
Okay. Yuri?
I'm going to agree with Avish. I think all three of us, let's admit it, were firmly behind India in this series. So to a great degree, I think we wanted to see the worst of England. We probably didn't give them as much credit as maybe they deserve. And let's be honest, England have played really good cricket. And against most teams in world cricket, if this outfit were to turn up, I think they've got a good chance against it. I don't like Ben Stokes' attitude, but that's been him throughout his career. He's been a very fiery person. And you know what? It is what it is. A lot depends on that Ashes series. If Australia wipe the floor with them, the confidence is completely gone. Then they struggle. But if they manage to hold their own to some degree, God forbid, even win it, there's no stopping England. Yeah.
No, but do you think they're going to make the final, though, UV?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. All right, let's get to India. They have 2 test matches against West Indies at home. They got 2 test matches against South Africa at home. They got 5 against Australia at home. In a way, they already have now done 5 matches against England. Well, in a way. Then they got 2 test matches away against Sri Lanka. Then they got 2 test matches away against New Zealand. So if you look at the schedule, you do think India's got a chance to make the finals. But considering, the current regime, I'm a bit hesitant again to call it. I'm a bit on the fence. What about you, Avi?
Yeah, look, the one thing that really is a worrying factor for India is probably their record in New Zealand. That New Zealand series is going to be a big test for them because their record in New Zealand hasn't been great in recent times. So if they lose that series, that could probably diminish their chances. But I think at home, they've got SA, they've got Australia, and they've got West Indies. I don't think that's going to trouble them too much. Okay. Although I hate to say it, but I even against SA, I mean, India are going to be big favorites to win that series. So I don't see India struggling at home. I just think that New Zealand series could be, the one that determines whether they make the final or not. But I think if they can get a win in New Zealand, or draw the series, then they have a chance.
But you're not 100% confident of them making the final.
I'm not 100% confident of the Indian side at the moment, because of the bowling lineup. I think the bowling lineup is doesn't give you much confidence. The batting is good.
I agree.
The batting is good, but this team kind of reminds me of Dhoni's side or Ganguly's side that had the batting, but they didn't have the bowling.
I agree. So basically we are pretty much on the fence on this one. UV?
So I'm going to disagree with Avish. I love this Indian bowling lineup. They score more runs than the top order. They're really, really good at scoring runs.
They're good at batting. They're really good in batting.
Yeah, but I agree with you on this. They're not good at taking wickets. And look, there needs to be a mindset change. They need to acknowledge, I know it's going to be a blow to their pride, but they need to acknowledge they effed up. Simple as that. And
but basically,
there needs to be a total diversion from where they are right now in the bowling.
I agree with that.
I'm saying, hell, the 2 matches that Bumrah didn't play were the ones that were more likely to win in the series.
How sad.
Bumrah, yeah.
Which is so strange, Yovi. Which is so strange.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, if you have to drop Bumrah to make this change, do it. But bring in the young guys with the pace, the aggression. Yes, bring in Ashdeep. He swings the ball. He's got control. Yes, by all means, bring him in as well. But now, come on. As soon as Mayank and Umran are fit, find a way to integrate them. Kartik Tyagi, he's fit. He's been relegated to bloody Division 2 cricket. Come on, get that guy back in the mix. Get your paces in.
Yeah, I agree. But then basically, you also on the fence like we are regarding India being in the finals, right?
They're not going to. The current lineup that India are fielding, they're not going to get to the WTC final. No.
Okay. All right. That makes it pretty much unanimous then. All right. Let's go to New Zealand, UV's favorite team. They got West Indies at home, 3 test matches. They got India, 2 test matches. Sri Lanka, 2 test matches at home. Then they got England away, 3. Australia, 4. Pakistan, 2. So, UV, what's your thoughts on New Zealand's chances of making the Test Championship final?
New Zealand is going to be a dark horse, no doubt.
Okay.
New Zealand could even beat in Australia in that series that Avish was talking about. If they play the right guys. If their guys are fit, you've got Lockie, you've got Henry, you've got guys that can top 150, you've got guys that move the ball both ways, you've got aggression. Give it to Australia on their home ground. Give them hell. Do the same to India when India come home. Give it to them. You've got a chance. You've got the weapons. Make it work. They can get there.
Okay.
Avi? Yeah.
Not for me. Not for me. I think the away schedule is a bit too difficult for them. So I think 4 tests in Australia, 3 in England. However, I do think they can win. They can win all their home series against Windies. I don't think the Windies is going to give them much problems. India, that's a big series. I'd like to see what India can do, because I think India's hopes are pinning on that series as well to make the WTC final. And then who else do they have at home?
Oh, they got Sri Lanka 2 test matches.
Yeah, so I can see them winning those series.
Yeah.
The 2 concerning ones is Australia. I mean, historically, New Zealand have not had a good record against Australia, home and away. So I think Australia will be licking their wounds. Playing New Zealand at home. That's going to be a tough series for them. Okay, and then England is going to be tough, because I think England are going to take the game to New Zealand.
Of course.
And I think New Zealand's bowling lineup is something that's going to fall into England's favor, because they like that kind of bowling lineup. So yeah, it's going to be difficult for New Zealand. I think they're going to lose quite badly away from home, but they're going to be good at home.
Okay. All right. I concur with you, Avi. So basically, So let's go to Pakistan. So they got 2 matches against South Africa at home, Sri Lanka 2 test matches at home, New Zealand 2 test matches at home. They got Bangladesh away 2, West Indies 2 away, England 3. I'm going to go with Pakistan, no hell and chance for the finals. What about you, Yuvi?
Once again, a team with all the weapons, but they don't select to play them. I'm with you, Sid. I don't see Pakistan getting there.
Avi?
If you look at that schedule, sir, it doesn't look like that tough a schedule if you take out England and South Africa. But the problem with Pakistan, and the reason why Pakistan will never make a WTC final, is because they're so inconsistent.
Yeah.
They are so inconsistent. You don't know what to expect from Pakistan cricket. So that's probably the only reason why I don't give them a chance. But you know what? They're a talented team. If they can get it, if they can click. They're a very, very talented team. But we talk about this all the time with Pakistani cricket. They're so talented. They just don't pick right. And, their performances are inconsistent. Their performances are all over the show. So, and also they end up losing games that they should be winning. So, I don't think Pakistan are in much, favor of making the final.
Yeah, I agree.
Now I understand it. Now I understand it. They're copying India. That's why the selection's so bad. Is
it a South Asian thing, guys?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Selecting badly.
They've always copied the Indian model. Let's face it. Pakistan have always copied the Indian model.
Yeah, but Pakistan should copy the Indian model in terms of the economy, because Indian economy is way better than Pakistan's economy. So we could say that.
Yeah, but they still don't get wickets.
Pardon?
They still don't get wickets.
Yeah, that's true. All right, let's get to South Africa. Yeah, they've got Australia 3 test matches at home, Bangladesh 2 test matches at home, England 3 test matches at home, away Pakistan 2, India 2, Sri Lanka 2. I hate to say this because I really love to see South Africa do it again, but I don't think they're making it this time around. So I'll start with you, Avi. Tell me why I'm wrong.
Why are you wrong? Because I'm really optimistic about the home series. I think SA can win their home series. You got Australia 3 test matches. Aussie's batting is not the best at the moment, so I think if we can prepare some spicy decks, they could be in a lot of trouble. Masala pitches, they could be in a lot of trouble. So I'm looking forward to that series. I think we can win that series 2-1. And then England, I would back our chances at home against England as well, because there's no Broad and Anderson anymore. So the attack is not that strong anymore, guys. So that's a big plus for us. And Bangladesh, I don't think we'll have too many problems beating Bangladesh. This is where the problem comes. This is where the problem comes. The subcontinent tours. India is a tough one. I'd like to say we can win there, but I mean, you don't know what kind of pitches India are going to prepare. But New Zealand whitewashed India last year, so there's always a chance.
Definitely,
there's always a chance. And then Pakistan. I mean, you know what, Sid? I honestly, I don't know what to make of Pakistan pitches, because they firstly, Pakistan pitches were these roads where you could score 500 plus in both innings, and then they started preparing pitches that were started to turn square. So I got a feeling that they're going to prepare those kind of pitches for SA, because they seem that they kind of think that SA don't play spin very well. Yeah, I'm just a little bit worried about the subcontinent tours, guys. That's the one that troubles me a lot. And then Sri Lanka away as well is always a test. So SA are a dark horse, guys. SA are a dark horse. I don't think they're clear favorites to actually go and go to the WTC final like some other teams. But I mean, you know, SA have always tried to overcome adversity, so I would give them more opportunity. But it's going to be tough. I think it's around 60-40 here. I think they got a 40% chance of making it through. But boy, oh boy, the ICC is really punishing us for winning the WTC final, giving us this kind of schedule, guys.
Oh, of course. Yuvi, what's your thoughts, Yuvi?
So I'm more optimistic. I actually think SA could be in that final for one simple reason. Okay, let me amend that. Contingent upon serious change in their lineup. The subcontinent tours, I fully agree with Avish. But South Africa have players that can thrive in those conditions. So Brian, for one, he needs to come in for Maharaj. Maharaj needs to take a back seat. Shamsi and Subrayan need to be the spinners. Simple as that.
All right.
The wicket taking bowlers need to go on that tour. Then the tours at home. What's that left armer, that quick guy?
Jansen.
Mapaka,
yeah. Him.
Mapaka.
He needs to come in. I mean, what the hell? The guy bowled bloody well. And where is he?
He's in the mix. He's in the mix, Yuvi. He's in the mix.
Yeah.
He needs to get in there.
I think he needs to get
in there.
Okay.
He needs to get in there. Rivers needs to become a starter, both in ODI and T20 cricket. I wouldn't put him in the tests, but I'd put him in the ODIs and in the T20s. And yes, if he starts to show that he can do it, put him in the test lineup. Yes. But yes. Go for it, Avish.
Yeah, you see, guys, the other thing why I'm also looking at SA, why they might, you know, look at trying in new plays, because I'm not sure if SA's focus would be, you know, solely on the WTC final come this next cycle, because I think the T20 World Cup is coming up. Their focus will definitely be on that as well, and then also the 50 over World Cup in 2027 as well. That's going to be a big one. So I'm not saying Coach Shukri is not going to focus on the WTC, but I don't think it's going to be as bigger you know, target as it was in the first cycle. But you know, if SA can win in Pakistan and Sri Lanka, boy oh boy, do they have a chance of getting to the final? They do. I think India is going to be tough. India away is going to be tough.
Of course.
But I think we can all agree there needs to be some serious change. They can do it. They've got the talent. They've got the weapons. Use them. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely.
Let's get to Sri Lanka. Bangladesh 2 matches at home. India 2 matches at home. South Africa 2 test matches at home. They got away. West Indies 2. Pakistan away 2. New Zealand away 2. It's an interesting one. I'll still say Sri Lanka not to make it, but I feel they could also be another dark horse judging by the schedule. I'll start with you, Yuvi. What's your thoughts?
Not the Sri Lankan team. Their selection as well has not been good. You've got the guy rated as bowling the fastest ball ever bowled in first-class cricket, and he's nowhere in your international setup. I'm like, seriously. Not the Sri Lankan team. They're not getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sri Lanka probably the biggest problem with them is against the better teams. That's where they struggle. So the Indias, the New Zealands, even Pakistan could cause them a lot of problems. I think their backing is not that strong. I think their batting is a real weakness for them. Yeah,
of course.
Their bowling, they do have some great bowling lineup options there. So yeah, I don't see them. I don't see them making the final. I just think there's better teams out there at the moment.
They could cause some upsets. They could cause some upsets
They
along the
can.
way.
Yeah, no, definitely they can cause some upsets. But I just think in the grander scheme of things, there's a lot of better teams out there.
So
That could make the final.
basically they'll be party poopers.
Possibly, yeah, possibly.
Okay, let's get to the last team, West Indies. Okay, they got Australia 3 matches at home, Sri Lanka 2 matches at home, Pakistan 2 matches at home, India away 2, New Zealand away 3, Bangladesh away 2. You know what's funny about this schedule? If they could win those 2 test series at home, Sri Lanka and Pakistan, in whitewashing them, then no, I still don't see them making the final realistically. So West Indies out of my list as well. You, Avi?
It's a big no from me. I don't think so.
Yuvi? Sorry. What's your thoughts, Yuvi?
They're going to win the championship. No, I'm not joking. I'm not laughing. They're going to win the championship.
Wow. Hey, Yuvi, I dare you to punt that and share in the winnings with us and spoil us rotten when that happens.
They're going to win the championship.
Pardon?
They're going to win the championship.
Wow. After being whitewashed to Australia, okay. I'd love to see that.
Are we going back to the 80s? Are we going back to the 70s and 80s?
But here's the thing. Look at the bowling attack on shore right now. It is going back to the 80s.
Of course.
They do have a brilliant bowling attack. That's the most frustrating thing, Yuvi. They have a brilliant bowling attack. It's just that the batting is so weak at the moment. Their batting is so ordinary. Yeah. The batting is really weak.
If they get that right, if they rectify that, who's to say New Zealand can't beat anybody on their day? I mean, West Indies.
That's true. But New Zealand have the batting. West Indies just don't have the batting at all.
No, I'm saying West Indies, they fix up the batting. Who's to say they can't beat anyone on?
Yeah, that's
absolutely.
True.
That is true.
All right. So, just to wrap it up, guys, I'm going to make this very easy for us. I'm predicting an Australia-England final at Lord's, with England winning it. Starting with you, Avi.
I think looking at the schedule, guys, I think England is probably a good banker for this. Looking at it, to make the final at Lord's, and then I think it's going to be it's going to come. It's going to come down between Australia and SA again to make that final.
Okay.
If you're looking at the points and looking at the series, so yeah, I'd say Australia are slightly ahead because I mean they did whitewash the West Indies. You expect them to win the Ashes at home. You expect them to win all the series at home, and quite convincingly so. Yeah, probably Australia, England, eh?
Yuvi?
India, West Indies.
Wow. I love your optimism.
Optimistic.
India, West
Indies. With India finally winning a Test Championship final at Lord's.
No, West Indies will win.
Oh God, if that happened, I give up on India. Okay, guys, I think that's pretty much a wrap. We can speak off air regarding certain personal things. Okay, let's just chat quickly.
But what we will